Stu Greenhalgh, stuckinatruck.com. Regular content updates every Wednesday. If you'd like to subscribe to the YouTube channel, it's just down there, a little red button, if you can see that, under where it says subscribe, or at times there'll be a bell icon and you can click subscribe on any of those buttons. We do regular updates, and if you want to be alerted as to when those come out, click subscribe. Okay. Coming to you from a very empty lorry park just off the M6 or M74, Lockerbie truck stop. I'm the only wagon in the whole car park. Cafes closed, truck stops closed apart from parking, which is free. There's a toilet, which is a temporary toilet over there, which isn't very pleasant. But I always stop here. Why is that relevant to today? Because I'm talking about habits and habit creation, and how powerful habit creation can be in about everything that we do. If you can build a habit, it's like building a muscle, but it's beyond building a muscle. If you can create a habit, it is really the single most important part of success going forward. Habits are energy savers, for want of a better description. If you can create a habit around a skill that you need to repeat often, so that it becomes, what's that expression? It becomes a no-brainer. You just don't have to think. You do it on autopilot and you just get on and do it. And because you do it by habit, you build a muscle memory so that your body remembers how each part of the task is performed. And whether that is always pulling into Lockerbie truck stop at about 10:30 on a Monday on the way back from Aberdeen, because that's what I've always done, but it's not open. But that's where I stop. But it's not open. Yeah, but that's where I stop. I like stopping here. Yeah, but there's nothing to do here. No, but it's where I stop. And I could as soon stop anywhere. I could stop wherever I wanted, but without thinking about it, I just pull in here. It's a natural part of the journey. It's a good break. Certainly very quiet and peaceful. Used to overnight here a lot on the transporters, and it's all right. It's good. It's safe with wide loads. You can get a 15-foot in through the gate dead easy. There's always space, and they segregate the fridges as well, so you don't get disturbed. The fridges are always on the far side of the park, so you don't get any sort of idiot parking next to you with a bloody rattly old diesel fridge unit churning away for 8 hours overnight. But it's habitual. I used to enjoy the food here, but now I bring my own. But habitually I've stopped at Lockerbie. If you apply that same message to an essential part of a business moving forward, it's really powerful. And habits take between 30 and 60 days to form. And I think the key to habit formation is not to try and change too many things at once. If you're going to start creating habits for success, I would focus on 3 main areas in life: physical or health, business, and relationships. And I wouldn't try and do 2 or 3 habits from any one topic until you've got a habit bedded in. If you look at the physical things, I committed to rowing every day, and I could as soon stop that now as fly at the moon. I row every day by habit, and it's habitual, and it's an essential part of what I do. And if I don't row, my eyes are itching. It's really weird. But in the beginning, I really had to force myself. And I think the first few days you get going and you're all enthusiastic. And this applies to any form of exercise or any sort of activity. You're all keen and everything's wonderful. And then after about a week, sort of 7 to 10 days, have I got to row? So, do I have to? And you've really got to force yourself. Even when you commit to, saying, I'll walk the dog every day at 10 o'clock. And then the first day it rains, you go, sod it. And you put the dog out to shit in the garden. You have to overcome that resistance, because the resistance will always be there. And if you go through that, and that resistance will occur approximately 7 to 8 days in, up to about 20 days. And that is like your critical. You've got to get through that. Then it'll get easier and easier. Then you get to about day 28 to day 30 of repetitive behaviour. And if you can maintain the behaviour past 30 days, that's like lift off. You've broken free of gravity. It's like a rocket pouring fuel in, trying to get away from gravity. If you get to about day 28, day 30, you break free. But if you don't keep the pressure on, if you don't keep going and just make yourself do that for the next 30 days, boy, you come down fast. You just crash back down. And once you've got past 60 days, so that you just do whatever the activity is without thinking in it, is honestly a no-brainer. It's like brushing your teeth, or walking the dog, or rowing, or eating a certain food, or eating at a certain time, or stopping in a certain lorry park, or whatever it is. If you get to a point where you are following that habit and doing that task habitually, you really don't have to think about it, and it sets you free. It really does just set you free. And then, having got that one ticking over as a no-brainer, so you're walking the dog and you say, right, okay, I'm going to walk the dog, but I also want to, I don't know, maybe go jogging or bike ride or go swimming every day for, whatever it is, an additional habit. Once you've got something set, that's when you layer the next habit on and the next habit on. So if, as part of your online business, you are going to create content either by video or by written work or whatever, I would only add one new skill set that you're going to master over a 60-day period. And if you're going to commit to creating video content every day, do it for 60 to 90 days to really make sure it becomes habitual. There'll be huge resistance, especially around the sort of, like I say, 10, 15, day 25. And then if you ease off after day 30, you could lose the habit. You've got to keep going and be disciplined. And when you get to day 60, it will happen just without even thinking about it. Like you're walking the dog, you will go out and you'll put your coat on. And if you can tie then habits together, so you walk the dog, create your video. Yeah? You walk your dog, you've got a notebook with you, the dog's walking, the dog's over there playing in the fields, you're doing it anyway, get your phone out, create a bit of video content. Make it a habit to always carry your blog journal with you, so that if you see something out and about, you can make a note of it. And even that act of carrying a journal, carrying the equipment with which to just grab your phone and have a selfie stick. Oh, hello, who's that? Don't know. Grab the equipment and make sure you're always prepared to take advantage of the situation. Does that make sense? Cool. Habits will set you free. If you can create a habit around any of your activity, you will really start rocking it. And good habits truly set you free. Steve Greenhalgh, stuckinatruck.com, on the path to future habits of wealth. You take care. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.